Charlamagne has jumped into the fray to drag Drake. Thank you, Charlamagne. Charlamagne Tha God, host of The Breakfast Club. Shout out to my brother, Charlamagne. He officially made Drake Donkey of the Day for Monday, December 2nd. Why? You already know why. Because Drake has been threatening legal action against Universal Music Group. He filed what many people think is a lawsuit. It's really a petition. It's a fact-finding process against UMG. And the streets have been mad ever since. The streets are like, yo, are you really Karening this thing? Are you really lawyering up instead of squabbling up? Are you really asking for the manager? Let me say, this is what the streets are saying. Well, Charlamagne, who is one of those voices of the people, stood up on the Breakfast Club, came back from vacation, and he made him Donkey of the Day. He didn't just do that. He went even deeper. And this is what I really appreciate. He was very honest. Charlamagne says, stop acting like you haven't been the beneficiary of record label tricknology. If y'all don't know tricknology, that's a word that comes from the Nation of Islam, comes from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Through Master Farad Muhammad. Stop acting like you haven't been the beneficiary of record label tricknology. You being a whole hoe simply because you lost, simply because Kendrick Lamar kicked your ass lyrically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. That's language from the lawsuit too. And anybody acting like this is anything more than Drake's feeling being hurt, you a hoe too. An OV hoe, to be exact. Now, I wouldn't use the word hoe because it brings in all these kind of sexist things. That's not what Charlamagne intended. I'm sure calling Drake a hoe feels almost effortless for most people, but I don't want the word hoe. It's actually disrespectful to sex workers to conflate them with the actions of Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, they deserve better. Sex workers always deserve better. Shout out to sex workers. All labor is labor. Love y'all. But I don't use y'all. Just love y'all as an abstract, philosophical, and theoretical feminist ideal. But the point is, Charlamagne, thank you for shouting out Drake. Too often people in this industry don't say what needs to be said when it needs to be said. A whole lot of people say that about Drake right now, and it's all necessary. He said, you're doing this because you lost. He said, you're the one who tapped out. You're the one after Not Like Us came out that ain't been the same since. You didn't speak out. You didn't rap back. You didn't clap back. You didn't make another song. You sat your ass down, you brooded, and now you're suing people. Come on. And Charlamagne brought up the point that Drake's team has brought up, and some people on Drake's team have told me this privately, several of them have, and that is that he is trying to take down the machine, right? Charlamagne rightfully mocked that idea, that this is just like Michael Jackson. No, it's not like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson really was trying to take down the machine. Now, again, all artists take the benefit of the machine until they're losing, until they're not on the right side of the equation, and then they want to fight the machine. I get that. I ain't mad at people who figure it out and then want to step out of the matrix. But Drake doesn't feel like that, right? He feels like a guy who's trying to save face. Charlamagne said, you chose to tap out after not hearing Not Like Us. Kendrick dropped too much tune for your head top. He gave you Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us, and it was too much for you. You could have went in the studios and gave us a bop. You the bop guy. You could have gotten with some ghostwriters, went in the studio and wrote a hit to combat Not Like Us, but you chose not to. I think he's right. Now look, is it possible Drake really is trying to fight the machine and this has all been part of the plan even before Not Like Us? Maybe. But then don't make Not Like Us the kind of case study or the prime example in the petition. Look, from a hip-hop perspective, Drake looks crazy. From the streets perspective, he looks like a snitch. I mean, it's like you literally had a decade of getting bricks on the low from the plug, and now you mad because a couple other people, your ops is getting the same price, and you like, wait a minute, and now you call the DEA. That's snitch shit, bro. Shout out to my man Viz for that example. You know, it's disappointing, it's stunning, it's sad. You know, I can't call it disappointing. It's exactly what I would think Drake would do. It's exactly what I think Drake would do. So Charlamagne gives Drake some very good advice. He says, take a break, let nostalgia bring you back. I ain't mad at that, Drake. Go into the woodwork, fade to black or beige or whatever, and wait for the people to bring you back. Drake is so talented. He's such a great rapper. He's such a great artist. But he has to recognize that the sun sets for everybody. And it's setting on you too, bro. It's setting on you. It's setting on you too. And that's okay. Like, you got enough bops for a lifetime. Your catalog is worth more than Universal Music Group's whole catalog from the 60s, 70s, 80s. Like, I mean, like, dead ass, like, you are killing the game. I love you as a human being. But as an artist, I'm not feeling you, bro. Streets ain't feeling you. Not right now. So take the time, step away. But you also gonna have to hold this L. And Charlamagne, thank you for promoting that L. Thank you for putting him in the spotlight. Thank you for giving Drake the donkey of the day, because he absolutely needs it. And look, I still hope he takes the machine down. I still hope he wins this thing. But like Joe Budden said on the podcast, the time to do that was views. The time to do that was, I mean, it was like 10 years ago. You had a moment where you could step out of the matrix, go independent, make all the money, and take the machine down. But you wanted that check. You wanted to be in the machine, and that's why you are where you are.